Hi guys, it's Katie.
And Itzel.
And welcome back to this week's Dragon News.
Now please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Happy birthday to Miss Coots.
And Deanna Macaba. Lost River will be touring Moss on Thursday, and Ryan Elementary students will be touring Friday.
Yearbooks will be here in May. More information to come. Katie, guess what?
What?
There's 31 more days until school is over.
Yay!
Goodyear and Sue May played in a tennis match last night with Central. Way to go, girls. Our softball team also played last night and did an amazing job. All biology students will have their field test tomorrow morning. Get a good night's sleep tonight and eat a good breakfast. Now, here's Annabelle Goodyear telling you about the Chinese bridge competition.
So this competition is called the Chinese Bridge Competition, and it's held by the Confucius Institute at Western. And we had students who are learning Chinese from several schools in like Warren County public schools and Morgan County, Logan County, Simpson, and Franklin. There are 3 parts for this competition, including Chinese speech, talent show, and the question and answer about Chinese knowledge. And for the talent show, students can sing a Chinese song or dance or draw a painting. And for the Chinese speech, they can give a speech in Chinese talking about their experience of learning Chinese. And for the question and answer part, they will have a multiple choice and to have something about the Chinese knowledge about like what's the capital of China and how many tones are there in Chinese. And it helps students like know some cultural things about China and also know some Chinese to practice speaking Chinese. And we had about 10 students from Moss participating in this, and some of them participated in the speech and also sing the Chinese song and also draw the painting.
Do you believe in myths? Well, if you do, here's Hezekiah.
Welcome back, I'm Hezekiah, bringing you another segment of Hezekiah the Science Guy. This week we'll be debunking myths about the moon. First off, is there a dark side of the moon? We only see 59% of the moon at maximum. That means the remaining 41% of the moon is never viewable from our vantage point. Therefore, we say that there's a dark side of the moon that never sees sunlight, so it must be freezing cold there. That's wrong. You see, we say this due to tidal locking. It seems like the moon is never rotating. The moon is actually spinning quite slowly, completing a rotation in about the amount of time it takes to make a revolution around Earth. So this means there is no half of the moon that receives no sunlight. Moving on to our next myth, was the moon landing fake? There are a lot of believers out there who say the moon landing was faked, when in fact all of their claims have been debunked. They ask why there are no stars in the pictures taken on the moon. This is due to the quality of cameras in 1969 and the fact that they were being used in space. Also, they ask why the flag seems to wave if there is no wind or atmosphere. This happened due to angular momentum. And angular momentum is caused by the unrolling of the flag and the placement of the flag into the surface of the moon. Basically, before you claim the moon landing was fake, you need to understand that the moon is a completely different place with a different atmosphere, properties, and just a whole lot of things that are different than here on Earth. So basically, in the end of all of this, there is no dark side of the moon. The Apollo missions were not supported, and the moon landing was most definitely real.
Do you know why we missed school on Friday?
Teachers who traveled to our state capital on April 4th did so in response to the approval of SB 151, which directly impacted the retirement of our educators and future employees. In a separate show of support, many of our educators wanted to travel to Frankfurt on Friday, April 13th, in response to the governor's veto of the state budget. In a sense, they chose to advocate for all students by protecting educational funding and asking legislators to override the governor's veto. Several teachers from Ross went to show their support. Thank you, teachers, for supporting us.
Now here's lip reading with Amela, Janeri, Natalie, and Bree.
The cow jumped over the moon.
The cow
Jumped over the moon.
tripped over,
Jumped over
jumped over
the moon.
the computer,
The moon.
the
moon.
the mute,
Moon.
moon. The cow jumped over the moon. I got it.
I'm lost. Say it again. I want to tell you something. Why are you listening to that? I'm lost. I went on the one long run for fun.
Yes.
This concludes our Dragon News, and remember,
Overachieve to succeed.